Okay, welcome to the second lesson. Let's go ahead and start by deleting the button that we created before. Select the button and press the delete key on your keyboard. And we want to add a title to our menu. So right click on Canvas, go down to UI, and we're looking for Text Mesh Pro at the top. All right, now we want to give this kind of an interesting title. So let's kind of frame our view a little bit here. Notice that the position is X, Y, and Z is 0. If yours isn't, go ahead and make sure to type in those values. Now under Canvas, go ahead and select Text Mesh Pro, and let's give it a name. We'll name this title Text, just so that it's easier for us or if we're working with a UI artist to see it. Now in the text input field below, type in game title. Now the font, notice that it does this wrap text thing. What we want to do is just adjust it. So go ahead and disable that under wrapping. And now what happens is if we scale our fonts up and down, it won't necessarily matter. It won't wrap. So see how I'm moving this around? So we get a little bit more freedom to just scale it up and we're not constrained by that yellow box around it. Let's kind of position this in place a little bit. Now notice that we only have these two fonts here and maybe we want something a little bit more interesting. So I'm going to go ahead and pause this and we'll check out Google Fonts. Let's just scroll down for now and see if we can find one that we like that might make for an interesting game title. That Aladdin one looks pretty good actually. That looks kind of cool. So let's go ahead and download this to our desktop. And I'm going to go ahead and click this Open File by Location button. And I'm going to right click on the Aladdin font and just extract it here, just by hitting Extract. And with it now extracted, what we can do is inside of Unity is we can go ahead and take a look at where we import in this font. All right, here back in Unity, if I right click, I can go to Import New Asset. But first I want to show you by going to Window at the top and then going to Text Mesh Pro and then Font Asset Creator, excuse me. This is where we actually create our fonts from fonts that we download online. Now, first, let's go ahead and import that font now. So I'm just going to kind of move this out of the way. And then inside of the Text Mesh Pro folder, I want to look for the fonts folder. And I'm going to right click on that and then select Import New Asset in the center here. And then at the top, I'm going to go into the Aladdin folder and just select the TrueType and hit Import. Now, I need to go into the source font file and select Aladdin, which is the first option here. And what we're going to do next is go ahead and hit Generate Font Atlas, and you'll see that it gave us some info about the font as well as an image of the font, and I'm going to save that. Just go ahead and save it to the default location. And let's close this out. Now what you'll notice is if you select the title text and you change it here, you can select Aladdin and now it's in there, and then we have our Aladdin text, which looks pretty good. Cool. We have our game title, just sort of playing around with positioning for now. Now on the canvas, let's go ahead and create a button that's going to control the settings of our game. So right click on Canvas and then go down to UI and let's make a button. And let's name our button Settings Button. And also, let's change the text of this button. First, let me position it. Now, go ahead and click the 2D button in the top of the scene view to frame this. So we're now looking at it a little bit more like how it looks in our game view. Then I'm going to press the W key and just move it off to the left-hand corner. All right, and then I'm going to adjust the scale of it, the X, Y, and Z. We'll like double it up just so the button's a little bit bigger. Great. Now let's change the text on our button so it says Settings. All right, that looks good.